Okay, just a couple of things I'm going to go through with you then. So, your dissertation is 12,000 words. It can be 10% either way. As you know, it's actually investigating a problem and coming out with solutions within your organisation. It really needs to cover a number of elements. So you've got your introduction, contents page and all those kind of things. But your first main chapter then is probably your literature review. So that's actually reviewing any literature in that area, that topic area, subject area that you are thinking of doing. So for example, if you were looking at, I don't know, ways to improve leadership within a certain area, then actually your literature review will be on leadership. That's just an example. Your next chapter will be your research methodologies. That's how you went about actually research and doing your actually primary research. So you'll need to do either like questionnaires or an interview and find out what people think about a certain area, how to improve it, etc., etc. And your research methodology, actually, that tells a story of how you went about doing that. So, for example, if you did interviews, then why you chose that type of interview. Was it semi-structured interview? Was it structured interviews? All these kind of areas that you'll discuss with your dissertation supervisor. So that kind of sets the scene of how you did your research, when, where, who, etc., your sample R, that kind of thing. The next chapter is your data presentation and analysis. So that's actually presented the data from your primary research. So what your interviews found, what your questionnaire found, for example, what they both found, whichever kind of research you used, and analysing that. So what it actually showed you, what it means. And by analysis, what we also mean is you going back and actually linking it to your literature. So the literature said this, but your research found this, or your research agreed with what the literature was saying. But you must connect them in your analysis. And then what you do is you come out with your recommendations and conclusions. So whatever your research question was, what you were looking at, that actually answers it. So this was a research question, and this is what I found. Okay, and this is what I recommend to the company going forward. And then you actually, those are all the different sections of your main sections of your dissertation. You'll put them in chapters. So your introduction is chapter 1, to be fair. Literature review is your chapter 2, research methods chapter 3, etc., etc. There's a handout you will find next to this as well that actually gives you a handout on the dissertation sections as well. And that's pretty much it. But I say pretty much it. It's 12,000 words. The best thing to do actually is to think about it in chapters and sections, and then it doesn't seem so bad. So literature review is usually about 3,000 words. Research methodology, 1,000 words. You've got your introduction, 1,000 words. Data presentation analysis, probably 3,000 words, something like that. Recommendation. So before you know it, you're at 12,000 words. So don't think about it as 12,000 words because that might be scary. Think about it in actual blocks, and then it's not so bad.